You are on one of those journeys that seems to be very difficult for other people to understand. You even have a difficult time understanding it yourself. In a previous lifetime you were very committed to the same person for an extremely long time. You came into this lifetime to experience a bit of variety. Change is a big word in your vocabulary. It could almost be your middle name. You are always constantly looking for the next big thing, the next great adventure, and the next love of your life. It's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself and your inability to commit to something for a long period of time. One of your challenges is taking on responsibility. Deep within you, however, is a very spiritual being that is just waiting to be awakened, and that will happen eventually. You will experience so much change in your life that at some point you will be forced to develop a strong spiritual side to make sense of it all. This will bring a tremendous amount of peace to you. Your life's experiences could easily be turned into a movie or a book. You stand the chance of making a lot of money in life. And your biggest challenge if this happens will be holding on to it. Invest. Make wise choices. Don't blow it. Marriage and long-term relationships are extremely challenging for you. They remind you too much of the past life where you were committed to a fault, and there's a part of you that wants nothing to do with that this time around. But, you may change your mind if you meet the right person. Lightning could strike. Until then, be happy being single. You consider yourself to be very independent. Or at least that's what you're aiming for. But have you noticed that time after time you become somewhat frustrated by the inability to achieve that goal? Perhaps there is a reason for that. Maybe the universe is trying to tell you something, like maybe you should learn to work with others. Maybe you should strive to be more interdependent, instead. One of your main challenges is to be open to other people's ideas and suggestions. After all, being so close-minded to what others have to say can leave you feeling a bit isolated and cut off. You have a tremendous amount of determination, which is a bit fear-based. Perhaps you should take a closer look and examine those things that you're afraid of. You are a hard worker, and others admire that in you. You are a risk taker, and often find yourself moving from place to place in an effort to find your success. You have no problem expressing your emotions, but you are subject to great highs and tremendous lows emotionally. It would be best if you could find an emotional middle ground to keep some sort of balance in your life. You do seem to attract drama into your life, and you always struggle to make sure that everything appears to be okay on the surface. You have a creative mind. You are a pioneer and an inventor. Keep working with those gifts, learn to share with others, and you just may achieve your wildest dreams. Since you were born under the astrological sign of Virgo, you can be observant, dedicated, sympathetic, creative, organized, reliable, analytical, kind, sensual, witty, efficient, charming, helpful, thoughtful, industrious, compassionate and sexy. But you can also be bitchy, overcritical, anal retentive, fussy, always complaining, always worrying, indecisive, pedantic, obsessive compulsive, demanding and argumentative. Here are some suggestions on how you can bring positive change into your life. Don't be so critical, be proactive. Let go of control. Let go and let God. Look for the good in everything, admit when you're wrong, don't complain, don't worry, find perfection in imperfections. For God's sake, don't react. Make a bloody decision and stick to it, and most importantly, learn to love yourself and others unconditionally.